This is Wadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I'm going to be a carbon from Wadu TV. So na ene ye kwa share Auntie Naa sema a trendy ye na amanfo edi na tem se adenti Auntie Naa akwafa ya osapon nimtuni na sema betina TV any radio so na yere te ho no mutwa na da pa gu ne ma sepoto wa bra Auntie Naa nim se ya osapon ye kana semi o yare de din a bibi oda no kra na enye amanfo atwa asem no se na basasa ene Kevin Taylor nso akasa dia fam na Kevin Taylor nsema okanyina ne se ene ya se Ghana for 80 Auntie Naa atem Auntie Naa platform na ewo ho no enye se ebia wode go Ghana for na se obi papa no bi maame ana obi kuna na so bi yire ehunfi na mmom platform a wode ama amanfo ansem hyehyɛ mo ho mo ntimi nka bi omo sa akonya no na yenim sesa platform na tenate so no otimi ebo amanfo mo ko police station ko yem case enya court case DNA test sa no man nyina tenate me ye free na ade ntina ya saponde de ye twa na dapa de ko fa ni nyina bae Bawumia senye politics Bawumia pese o de ya sapon ya enka enko ba se obekwa koma ni sike twa de abeto net internet so amobie hu se Bawumia ko che ya sapon scam ni ya ko hu amade sembe biaba Bawumia and akofa sanse mu nyina aba yenti Kevin Taylor
recently matise amanfo bi embuefu eye Auntie Naa na Auntie Naa boni be na Auntie Naa ye Kevin Taylor Auntie Naa ye den me won amanfo buefu Auntie Naa pa e de na Auntie Naa ye inkofo bebre e kan samtia Auntie Naa edi Auntie Naa tem na Jack enti me won say me ansem na me kebi and I have a reason to am kebi but I say we no me name the Auntie Naa personally pa why but me tietie mu no say people have an issue with Auntie Naa say asembia ba Auntie Naa abeka no wo eye ni show so na amanfo no anase omo ni Auntie Naa nya adwene no omo adwene nya omo say eye Auntie Naa ebia asem no na nkeni say oka and so I feel say amanfo ehunu say Auntie Naa na nkeni say oka asem ni bi into at that point, you know, and go for the Auntie Naa temper, and I feel bad for her because Mami Penyini and Sebio, I have sat here and criticized the show, no, but I did not say her show should be taken off. But Maka said maybe some of the things she did not do it right. It does not mean say her contribution to a year the society, no, so no. It can be just brushed away, and there we cannot say it because whether we like it or not, Auntie Naa so. From Auntie Naa Juma Odi no so nipa bi so sebio almost enya freedom ana almost enya omo ho anase almost enya some kind of support. Into as much as you feel say the show should be guided well and the rules and regulations are govern Ghana talk shows, you know, it should be strict, you know. I believe say there are people who are through Auntie Naa almost enya some justice. That's the word I'm looking for. Almost enya justice. So I feel say this particular one uncle for eka Auntie Naa semomudina terminal. I feel say they are not being fair to Auntie Naa, to be very fair with you. But yeah, so be at the Bonia, I will tell you. And if it's Auntie Naa me Matinaha, I can ask them that. But I think with this one, I think they are not being too fair to Mameno. And I feel say the attack, you know, sometimes, you know, it be my personal. We should look at the issue itself, you know. As I sit here, some betanana me show obi oba bekasa o show will be ano na enchire say my force the person bekasa, and I think it's a majority of people who go on Auntie Naa show no Auntie Naa sorry anopa enko bi dem nka say asimesi bra na bekasa obi show no. So I think voluntarily amanfo ankasa na den ekose be person come asem mame. Inti as obia ye nejuma, everybody wants the traction. Everybody wants the juma to go on. Everybody wants people to be listening to their job. No, they believe so. Juma is credible. No, I don't think say obi ko na so Okacha Auntie Naa said this is my situation. Talk about it. I don't think Auntie Naa should look at the issue say Sibio Kevin Taylor and Timinka and I say Ekufuado. I think say asem ne beda ho na asem a social issue Sibio obiso ebefemu aba e de abone bra. I believe say it is right. It does not matter who the issue is about. But Auntie Naa yedi na atem yendi atem nyina Auntie Naa boni awaye ne say obi de na asem aba na oka. Now in the first place den na asem ne beduru Auntie Naa ho. Auntie Naa not to maybe the show. And I'm not here to say entirely me protecting Auntie Naa. No, I just want you to understand this because you do sometimes and personal, you know. Auntie Naa at the end of the day, then as some could do Auntie Naa, something happened. Mahamudu Bawumia ne tam sika koma ya sapon. Saying Mahamudu Bawumia tam sika koma ya sapon no, anka odo koma ya sapon kukuo mu a anka sase wonkiente. Say Mahamudu Bawumia ekode ya sapon ko politics no. Or ye ni nipem. But wasn't here were we not expecting say that gesture no was going to call for attention? And say obi a problem with the AC Emma Asana to Auntie Naa table so that person should have a problem with Bawumia. When we use politics, say I say adibi baby we are no, yeah the politics the be even something good, genuinely good no, it turns out to be the something bad that destroys people. Senka ya sapon ne yare no anka yan politicize no. Ema nka MPP fo anko yese ba obi aba asantimemu na ya sapon ya asantini wato nyamenyom inti camera nyina ndi ne chi na onfa sika nko hye nsema anka ebe den enanka abete se obi abetena Auntie Naa show ni se me pesa me ka ho asem if you say eya asem e dan kofo ano Auntie Naa te wono asem e dan kofo ano asebio e hani pebi no ena sebio oro so tena ho ebusabusa etoto nkofo ano Auntie Naa menya sure say all law license they say where majority of the people who do or sit on radio to do talk show no so almost so law license and I say queen mother license and I say chieftaincy license you won confo na Ghana how much so me ahemfo ba yen gazette omo enso omo kra no omo totomo na ene nam Ghana ha omo ko high ntoma na nkwasiafo de e twene di omo chi so omo ahemfo and so when you sit those people down say e de enkrata enwoma ben na kire say wo ye hene because Ghana answer beju atum so your hene no you need to be gazetted you only by the Ghana omo ni ahene certificate and so omo nam Ghana e bo mo ho samna hene. But what I want to say is say what is happening no majority of the people who have an issue with Auntie Naa no I think say you are taking it to her personally without looking at the case and the issue itself. Ya sapon yire and end up with Auntie Naa anim. I don't think say Auntie Naa sorry anopa and okofa ya sapon yire se betena na kasa. I think the woman wanted people to hear her. Auntie Naa has the platform. Auntie Naa, I don't think that this is the first time Auntie Naa are sure that it's like this. The woman has been doing shows it be more crazier than this. But some of you know your problem is that adentina obi amunim say enye obi awunim dia it is normal. No, it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Say obi a yenim dia enye normal, but obi a yenim dia because Auntie Naa shows bebre. Wajiji donations bebre. Wabo nipa bebre. We never had an issue with those things. But the issue we have with this particular one is say nipa na yekana asem ye nimu no. That means that we are being selfish. Because etu onyonko a etu eduum no, that is the analogy we are creating here. And in the first place, did Auntie Naa judge any case? No. Auntie Naa has a platform. Let's look at the issue like that. And your omo de ade we hear politics no. Say nka ya support to we say ya support ometina radio bia so hiska waka chiro bi me na oti ayeti Kumasi enkranti Ghana TV ase ya support actual letter come obi say ohiamwa. No, even though ebia na oyare na ohiamwa no, but ya support never made it public. So why is it say if you want to donate to your support to help him, why should we make it public? That it means nipa na otam sika ko the motive was not to help your support. The motive was to do politics with that. Into your anything nipa wabema asem we ema ya sapon ebusuafo abeto abontene ema nkofo di ya sapon atem edi ne yira atem no it is Mahamudu Bawumia ne yire. Let's sometimes sit back na yen hwe issue no na yen dissect issue na yen jai personal issues and maybe something we don't like about people. I am not perfect here. There are people who like me and people who don't like me. So are you too. You are also not perfect. In fact, so I don't see why Auntie Naa should be a target. And even the woman who brought her matter, at the end of the day, did anyone put a gun at her head? No. She willingly went there to say, our problem is that that is our problem. Nipa na efa no hono na enya asem no. Na asem na ye ka no, asem a obi befa efutu firi mu ana. Asem a ebetumi aboa obi so. Asem a sebio se amba bontina obi so ebre ewo dem. That is what we look at. We need to look at the motive behind whatever we do. And to me, Auntie Naa several times, there are some things Auntie Naa one thing I don't support when it comes to Auntie Naa show. And I say I don't want them to put young people on the show. 18, 16 years, 15 years, 14. I don't like it. In Kwara, near the Mabet show, I don't like it. Muhammadi over 18, you can go there and do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But when you put young kids in Kwarankitin Oboha or Yemiyanu with 14 years, also who say time now on him Beman Bibisa and Krano onim. At that point, you can bring the man, but you don't bring that kid. You don't bring the little kid on the show. That is the problem I've had with such shows. But when you talk about the positives of this show, there were a group of Ghana for this is where they also take their inspiration, their advice, and things to shape their life from. Whether you like it or not, they are a group. There is a section of Ghanaians, and this is what they listen to shape in their lives. You cannot force it. So let's talk about how to make it better. But the charity work this woman does, the kind of voluntary honesty, any commitment or if we streamline things well, I don't think said the Ebony. This woman has helped so many people than even the government of the day. So why do we have to make her the target? We need to ask where the problem started from. Majority of the talk show hosts, they don't even control the content. I'm telling you. That's why they have their producers who say, Auntie Naa, today, you better nipa 9. Majority of the time, you just ask questions. There are people too who are very much involved in your production. I am very much involved in my production. There are some TV and also production. There are some hosts they are not involved at all. So, and I don't know what with Auntie Naa's production. I don't know how involved she is. But Maamena on Auntie Naa on Onyakwara. Onimsani kuruni ya osapon. Onimso webusianfo. And so why should we be blaming the woman? The woman's job is to ask the woman what happened. Whether Auntie Naa or national life a crooked or it's not crooked, that is not what we are talking about. We are talking about the principles. That is what we're talking about. Obu oha onwoda and so oti TV so a oye den awo show. Obu oha sebio one na yire tenaye omuntumi woda and so otumima obi advice mani konya awo. So you need to understand. Maybe Auntie Naa, she's sitting and discussing people's marriage near the day. But Auntie Naa, she got married before. She decided to leave her marriage. She decided to end up with another man. It does not affect what she is doing. And that is what we Ghanaians, we need to try and separate. A man for Juma. In Timia, sometime it's time to say, so once I may criticize ex-president Kofua, I am criticizing his leadership. So I may criticize Kufuor, I am criticizing his leadership as a politician. But as a father, as a husband, I don't care what they do in their rooms. Unless they decide to mingle or bring in into our politics, public. But the moment they have not done that, I can address President Kufuor with all due respect as a criminal, as a politician. But President Kufuor as a husband, as a grandfather, he's a good man. We need to be able to distinguish between that. Kufuor as a politician is the most dumbest, foolish. His priorities are wrong. But Kufuor is a dad to her kids. He's a father to a lot of kids that So be na share no so na wuyo. He's a husband to the wife, the wife. So let's sometimes look at the issues. I cannot choose how you feel and with the kind of words to use. And Obia is entitled to how they want to pass their message across. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But Obia or the way of best of passing the message, and I don't hold grudges to it. Me no Obia any problem. This is my view. This is my view on this matter. Auntie Naa has hosted hundreds of people. Our SMA are more dangerous and serious than this. I think this is even one of the most weakest story away. I'm being honest here. Auntie Naa, y'all support a story of wine and waka. Who has lost money here? Nothing. If there's anything, they are adults. They need to go back and solve their problems. That's all. So I don't know. My problem is the woman who has become a target and a hammer. Why? Is it Ajun na dawa is a way easy target ana? Why na dey ya sapon asem to dwa? Enye e Bawumia. Enye Bawumia na kotam sika ma ya sapon. Na metia me say ya sapon yare. Na me say ya sapon yiska. That's where the whole problem started. Let's talk to politicians and let us make sure that the motive. All right, guys. Too much. That's all that I can say. But to me, so person honest with yourself. Attacking an Auntie Naa is the biggest hypocritical thing to do. I'm being honest here. Attacking the woman, then it gets to that point. I had to say, I am personal. I had to say, your time. I had to say, because so quick, you know, Auntie Naa, yeah. There are more cases why are more serious than this. In fact, this case, where's the seriousness in it? Same way, y'all suppose same way. Seriousness in there, there's no seriousness in here. Then what happened? A issue I will say you to me the Auntie Naa see, and that's what I'm saying. Say Obia on opinion, Obia reason to it. But to me, you know, dear, I feel the woman has done a lot, and in her field as an afternoon talk host, show host. She might not be the perfect host at me, but consistency there, I can give it to her. Yes, consistency, I can give it to her. Command, when it comes to such issues, I can give it to her. She controls it, and let's respect that. Mummy enjoy punching neighbor, punching tree. It your young who it your enjoy. You knew your suppon dinty and you boof. Now, I see me no buy last week there. Nana asem nyaya. Asem no buy last week, you know. The oba last month, you know. The oba 2 years ago, no. Mami bi na onu kunu nya asem bi na oba 4 months ago, no. Ono na asem nyaya. The ni kunu share dem repu no. The ne ba ye repu ne ba. The sebio ye hwe acid gu no so. The na owo kidney problem. Omo no some so ye Ghana for. Omo de omo asem no. Until then na ema we so exceptional. The woman has to be taking this kind of hit. I take a lot of hate. Yeah. But me no onse me denchem. Me denchem me bomb to a besaba. And you'll be to me taking that hate. And I don't think the woman has offended anybody. Auntie Naa has never held herself. And I held herself. Say or your queen. And I say or your hine on can be baby ada. Say or your hima. The people who listen to her, the people are or your charity are almost supporting her. They perceive and see her as somebody or your role modeler. They support. So the organic, genuine support for her, no, it does not make her somebody on castle. Auntie Naa, I don't think, and I don't watch her or me share me show too rather. But the little I've seen, the pieces I see, I don't think Mami we had not Santi Maka say me on him into Baby Nima. That's why I'm saying that there are lapses. There are a few things that needs to be tweaked, and I say needs to be worked on to get the show perfect. But it does not make the woman a bad person just to open her mic for somebody to tell their story. At the end of the day, so be kind of story cry. Na Auntie Naa with the viewer. It does not at the end of the day and then they conclude some. That's why sometimes cases be end there any police station. There are people who person the case called police station. This is the woman they come to direct and raise money for them to go to police station to get justice. So we need to look at it from different angles. So that personal thing, with all due respect, and there's so many people I respect a lot who are attacking Auntie Naa, because I felt to say they were supposed to sit back a little bit and look at the issue itself. It is because politicians be politics. Bawumia, let's look at that angle.